Welcome to Zion Reels. Have you ever felt like your faith feels distant, like you know of Jesus, but maybe not truly know him? In our verse today, let's meditate on how true fellowship can change everything. Let's dive into Philippians 3:10. That I may know him and the power of his resurrection, and may share his sufferings, becoming like him in his death. In Philippians 3:10, Paul wasn't just talking about simply knowing about Jesus. He was talking about experiencing him. In Western culture, we often think of knowledge as something mental, facts and information stored in the mind. But in the Hebrew mindset, to know meant something much deeper. It meant to experience personally, to encounter firsthand, to become intimate with. Paul's desire wasn't just intellectual, it was spiritual, emotional, and deeply relational. He longed to experience Christ in every aspect of life. Paul placed knowing Christ before knowing the power of his resurrection. That's because everything else in our Christian life flows out of our relationship with him. When we truly know Jesus, not just in our heads, but in our hearts, his resurrection power becomes real in us. It's not a power that just raised him from the dead 2,000 years ago. It's the same power that brings life to what's dead in us today. It restores hope, renews strength, and revives our spirit when we feel dry or weary. But Paul didn't stop there. He said he also wanted to know the fellowship of his sufferings. That might sound strange. Why would anyone want to experience suffering? Paul wasn't seeking pain for its own sake. He understood that suffering is part of living in a fallen world, and that when it comes, God meets us there. There's a special kind of closeness, a sacred fellowship with Christ that can only be found when we walk through trials and pain with him. In those moments of heartache, when life hurts and we don't understand why, Jesus doesn't stand at a distance. He draws near. His comfort becomes so real, so deep, that even in the middle of the storm, we sense his presence more intimately than ever before. That's what Paul was talking about. The kind of fellowship that transforms suffering into intimacy and pain into purpose. This was Paul's determined purpose. He didn't just want to learn about Christ, he wanted to become like him. To be conformed to his death meant dying daily to the things of the flesh, selfishness, pride, fear, sin, and allowing Christ to live through him. Just as Paul said in Romans, we're not to be conformed to this world, but transformed by the renewing of our minds. That transformation happens when we identify with the death and resurrection of Jesus, when we reckon ourselves dead to sin and alive to God. Knowing Christ is a lifelong journey. It's about walking with him in both joy and sorrow, in strength and weakness, in victory and struggle. It's learning that true power doesn't come from avoiding pain, but from finding his presence within it. Because when you truly know him, everything else fades in comparison. So today, make this your prayer. Lord, I don't just want to know about you. I want to know you. I want to experience your resurrection power in my life, and even in suffering, I want to share in your fellowship so that I may be continually transformed into your likeness. In the name of Jesus.
Remember to ask Jesus to show you how much he loves you today. For more content like this, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. May you be blessed today and always.